I think I just watched 97 minutes of football where one team didn't even shoot until the final minute of the game. That is how much control we had over Sevilla. They didn't shoot until the 97th minute of the game. Can we all just take a moment and realize how incredible that actually is? Look at this momentum. Oh, I mean, it's a joke, isn't it? We literally let them have the ball at the end, it seems. Just beautiful, really. When I see this, it reminds me of looking at Man City's domination over the years. A Pep type team that just controls the ball. We all know that Arteta is basically Pep respawned into a younger dude with hair. And we play football just like Pep. Well, I want to say what Pep used to do. Not so much these days with the way he has his current Man City team. But either way, this is beautiful. And for once, we saw, I think, some of our best football this season where for a couple of periods, we actually shifted into second gear. I keep talking about this. It feels like this entire season, we haven't been able to really get going. And today, even though we didn't do it for a long period of time, there were just moments of absolute sheer brilliance. The Jorginho pass. Oh my God. I mean, if you haven't seen it, please go and see it. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to do it justice. But I can kind of draw it on this pitch here. Jorginho picks up the ball in this kind of area. Obviously, we're attacking from left to right in this situation. He just puts the ball straight through into the box here where Saka latches onto it. And it's just a simple pass across the box. And Trossard is there to put it home. But honestly, the pass from Jorginho, mwah, beautiful. He was really, really good today. And when he came off in the 90th minute, we saw the Egyptian king himself, the best Egyptian player of all time, El Neni, coming into midfield to get some more minutes, which is always nice to see. But of course, as you can see, it finished 2-0. It was a very comfortable game where, honestly, we could have probably won by 4 or 5 goals. As I said, Sevilla didn't even get a shot. A single shot. I'm not saying a shot on target or a shot off target, just a shot. They didn't have a single one until the last minute of the game, which, yeah, just hilarious. Special shout out to Martinelli tonight. I thought he was almost unplayable at times. I just wish he could get his head up a little bit better. At the final moment, so many times he was in this area here. He runs around the defender and he gets here and he always tries to whip it or he tries to flick it. And it just doesn't quite work out half the time, more than half the time. And I think that's something that will come as he gets older. I mean, he's still so young. How old is Martinelli? 22? Yeah, he's 22 years old. Like, he's still so young. And that's what I think is holding him back slightly, because he's got the pace, he's got the trickery, he's got that favela flair that Brazilians have. He's clearly a very, very good footballer. We can all see it. He's a goal scorer as well. He gets goals. He does get assists. He got one today, of course, for Saka's goal. But he could have had 3, 4, 5 easily today if his crosses or his final pass was just a little bit better. Saka gets man of the match, but honestly, I'm just sad at the moment because he came off injured. It's all I can think about. Thankfully, there is another international break coming up soon, I believe. Normally, I don't want them, but I want them because we've got injuries and I want players to have a break. But Saka, I think that's 3 assists, 2 goals in 4 Champions League games. I mean, it's pretty remarkable. Don't forget, this is his first season in the Champions League. Same with Martinelli. Same for a lot of these Arsenal players. Quickly on Sevilla, because I know they've had a really, tough summer. They had all of their players up for sale. They've got new ownership, all of this stuff going on. It's clearly very difficult times for Sevilla. They were non-existent today. At times, they defended okay, but honestly, going forward, did En-Nesyri get a touch? Lamela, love seeing him struggle, ex-Tottenham. I'm a huge fan of, is it Jibril? Jibril So. He's a really good player. Came off in the 65th minute and you could tell. Fernando, ex-Man City, of course. But they were missing Rakitic. I'm not sure why he didn't start. He came on in the second half. You can see that here. Sumer came on and then went off injured. Diaz, ex-Madrid striker, didn't do anything. Ocampos didn't start. Very strange. Very strange. Zinchenko. I'm not sure what happened with Tomiyasu. They swapped at half-time. I thought Zinchenko was brilliant when he came on. Reece Nelson didn't have much time. Vieira didn't do too much. Kivior and El Neni, yeah, they got less than 10 minutes. So nothing to note there, really. But I do need to say that Rice, Jorginho, and Havertz, for the first time, all three of them gelled really well today. And that looked pretty good. But we were up against a team that wasn't there to play football. Havertz, I actually thought had a pretty good game today. He had a very good shot go millimeters wide of the post, which was a shame. I would have loved that to have hit the post and gone in or something like that. I thought he was pretty good today. Quiet, doesn't have a lot of influence on the game, but there were moments where I thought he was quite good. But still, I stand by my point that there were so many other options available, and I do question that one. We're going to have to give him the rest of the season, of course. Declan Rice, guess what? Again, another kind of 8 out of 10 performance from him. Saliba had moments of just beauty again. I thought Ben White was great. Everyone was good today. I don't think Raya had to do anything. We can have a look at the group here. Oh my God. Copenhagen scored their 4th goal in the last few minutes. Manchester United have 3 points from 4 Champions League games. Genuinely, if they go to Istanbul and lose, I think Ten Hag needs to go. He probably needs to go already. No, keep him. But anyway, this is the group we care about. We're, of course, top. We've got a 4-point gap. If we win our next game against, I think we're playing Lens next, are we not? Either way, win our next game, we're through, which is obviously good to see. Obviously, I've tweeted out. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, guys. Hashtag Operation Arsenal after every single Arsenal game. Arsene Skodo says, I have to pinch myself when I remember Saliba is ours. And this made me laugh because I'm the same. I see that number 2 running around and I think, wow, he's ours? Unbelievable. He's such a good player. Probably one of the best defenders in the world right now. I'm not joking. He just is. He walks into any team. Any team in the world right now would take Saliba. Tell me a team that wouldn't. Thank you. I might be dreaming. No words can do him justice. Jorginho turned into prime Ozil for 2 seconds. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't just 2 seconds for me. And I guess Ozil is that the 2 seconds of being Ozil maybe, but he was class the whole game. It was such a good pass. I can't wait to watch the highlights and watch that again. Gunner for life with a 5 instead of an F. Haven't seen that before. Dominated the game. Don't even think Sevilla came to play. These are the games you need to rack up the goals. I really agree with this. Not that it matters too much for us in this current situation in the group, but winning this kind of game 3, 4, 5-0 is, in my opinion, an absolute must. When a team comes to just exist, you've got to put them to the sword. You've got to go for the neck. You've got to score more goals. We should have had more. Overall, pleased with the performance, but know we can do better. Saka hopefully isn't seriously injured, one step closer to the knockouts. Hashtag Operation Arsenal. Thanks for using the hashtag. It does actually make me very happy seeing that. I've been using hashtag Operation Arsenal for like 2-3 years now, and not everyone uses it. It's quite cool. I like being able to click it and just see all your tweets. But yeah, I agree. Really do agree. AFC Max says, hey, Matt, never at any time did I feel threatened or stressed, which, considering our recent games, is a nice touch. Trossard and Martinelli, what a man. I'm guessing both. You think, what men? Hopefully this gets seen. Well, there you go, mate. And you've used the hashtag. Thank you. It's a really good point. I wouldn't say threatened myself. I don't feel threatened, but the team, Arsenal, when they've been playing recently, we've been, I think, feeling threatened as a club sometimes when you've got these really tough games. And I understand what you're saying, but this is the word. Stressed. Watching Arsenal, stressed. The Newcastle game, stressed. Today, there was none of that. I sat back. Honestly, hardly watching the game at times because we just pinged the ball around at the back. I was on Twitter. I was playing Warcraft Rumble on my tablet. Fantastic new game. Not sponsored. Sponsor me, Blizzard. Yeah, and it was just one of those games where I'm just very comfortable and enjoying the show, quite literally. And it wasn't box office. It wasn't incredible, but we got the job done. Spency, he's got 7 points here. Saka should have been subbed early. Agreed. Raya had the most boring game. Yes, good defense. True. Didn't have to do much, though. Havertz still can't finish anything. Front 3 were great. Rice is a beast. Need one more game to be guaranteed. Yeah, just one more win. Easy. We'll do it. And then Stephen has said this was a perfect opponent for Arsenal to bounce back from. Is that true? Sevilla being a very good side. I know this season they're struggling. What are they, 15th in La Liga? I wouldn't say it's the perfect side. I would have liked to Sheffield United at home again, maybe. But yeah, it was a good game for us to have at home at least. Back-to-back defeats, of course, now we've won. Again, the team never really had to kick out of first gear. I disagree with that, though. I think at moments we actually did. Not that we had to, we just did. There were moments where we were impossible to play. And I think no matter who we were playing against, in those few moments, I think we would have been through. We would have cut through any team. Nevertheless, some gorgeous snippets of passing, that Jorginho pass, and 97 minutes until their first shot. Yeah, that is just hilarious. One shot, and there it was, 90 plus 7 minutes from Diaz. I mean, that is frighteningly bad, isn't it? It really is. I just need to... Just need to check this. Oh, 87th minute. I feel for Højlund. He's absolutely smashing it in the Champions League, but Man United in general aren't. This, of course, falls on Rashford. Was it a red card? I've seen the replay. Probably not. But this makes for interesting viewing. Honestly, I think United will still qualify. I think they'll beat Galatasaray, but they'll lose to Bayern. But they'll go through on 6 points potentially. It's going to be an interesting one. I don't think they beat Bayern. Not even if they play their absolute best. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Another game done. Another Champions League game. I'm so glad we're back in this competition. It's so nice hearing that music. Oh, it is beautiful. Quick word on the Girona career mode. If you didn't know, it won the vote. Tomorrow, it begins. We're going to Spain. We'll be taking over Girona. We'll be doing 3-4 seasons, pushing for at least the Europa League and top 4. I'm really excited. It's going to be fun. I've got some mods that I'm going to be installing. And yeah, I cannot wait for that. And of course, we'll be back for the next Arsenal game. So make sure you follow me on Twitter and get your comments in.